Okay, we're going to try this out. The lighting is a little bit dim, but I think it'll work out okay. It seems to be okay in the viewfinder. And I'm just going to go over a few things I've got in my notes that I mentioned in another video. First off is the 23andMe results, and then I'll go over the direction of the channel and a few other things in this short video. Okay, so for 23andMe, I took the test a while ago, maybe 6 months ago, and every so often I send you updates. So this is the latest update on my heritage. European, 84.4%, no big surprise. Irish, 25.9%. Spanish and Portuguese, 15.8%. German, 5.5%. Scandinavian, 3.6%. Italian, 3.2%. Eastern European, 0.9%. Ashkenazi Jewish, 0.9%. Broadly Southern European, 13.2%. Broadly Northwestern European, 11.2%. And broadly European, 4.2%. I also have East Asian and Native American heritage, 11.1%. I have Sub-Saharan African heritage, 1.5%. I have Western Asian and North African, 0.4%. And unassigned, 2.6%. Okay, it goes into a little more detail on that, but I won't go into it here. I think that's good enough. Okay, so now the direction of the channel. I've been all over the place in the past. I've been leaving a lot of loose ends in some videos. I'll mention that I'll do something and then I forget to do it. I've got a lot of rock challenges left, so the first thing on my list is rock challenges. I will continue with those. I'm going to try with abo tools first and then switch to modern tools if I'm not getting good results. Okay. I'm also going to be starting to use a steel toolkit for flint knapping. You know, steel tips and steel boppers and all that. Even steel hammers and steel punches. Okay. I'll be making reproductions with materials that you can buy at the store. Okay. A lot of guys have been asking, what can they make out of materials they can just walk into the store and buy immediately, so they don't have to wait for all this stuff to dry out. You don't have to put wood aside and let it dry, or have to search around for the correct kinds of wood. I'm going to try to give you good substitutes if you can't get the exact thing, which you probably can't, especially sinew. There's no replacement for sinew. You're going to have to get your hands on some sinew some way. Backstrap sinew and leg sinew. I recommend backstrap, although it is more expensive. If you've got hunter friends that'll give you that cut off the tenderloin that removes the sinew, if they can give you that, even with the meat on it and stuff, you can scrape off the meat and wash the fat off if there's any on there, and then dry it out and use that. I have a dehydrator. I think it's a good investment. It cost me about 30 bucks. It has different levels in it, and you can put anything from foreshafts to sinew to, you know, glued items that have hide glue on them. Little tiny ones though. The dehydrator is only about maybe 12 inches wide and 6 inches high. Okay, but it'll dry out a piece of wood for a foreshaft in about a week, easy. Okay, if it's already semi-dry, maybe a few days. If it's totally green, it'll be 2 weeks to dry out some wood for foreshafts or for knife handles. Okay, I recommend that. So I'll be showing that, and then I'll be showing, continue with mostly abo videos, with a fair amount of videos where I use hand tools and not power tools. Okay, I've shown a lot of power tools in the past. I'm going to try to use only hand tools. And I'm going to do some flint and steel tests. Like at the end of the videos, hopefully I remember, I'm going to break out my steel that I just got. Let's see if I can find it. Yeah, I just bought this on eBay. Steel striker. It's pretty cool. Looks authentic. I mean, it looks like an antique from the 19th century or something. It works pretty good. So I'll be testing different flints with that during the videos. I might make a separate video entirely on flint and steel In fact, I think I will make a separate video entirely on the basics in flint and steel, which are pretty basic, in the future. Okay. And then I'm also currently working on a few projects. I've got this elk cape up here that I'm going to make a quiver out of. That's been on back burner for a couple years. It's a very odd shaped piece, but it's capes, if you understand what that is. It's just the neck and shoulder area of the deer or the elk in this case. And it's a pretty cheap piece of fur you can get tanned and then make stuff out of it. So I'll be doing that. I've also got some hohokam and mogollon points that I'll be doing abo style. They're actually quite difficult to do because they're long and delicate. I think I've already done a hohokam style point in a video. But anyway, these are the preforms for it. They're very long and delicate. Let's see, I'll show that one, the first one again. I've been making preforms for it, and or for them that I'm going to be making. I'm having a hard time getting long enough pieces for some of the examples. They're up to 11 centimeters. And let's see, I don't know what that is in inches. 11 centimeters is like 4 3/8 inches. I'm having a hard time getting, you know, straight flat flakes of that size from the chunks of flint that I have, and the nodules that I have. I'm going to try to work some of these long, thin flakes, but mostly I'll be starting with these preforms. And I'll be doing some other delicate points too. But the hohokam are the first ones on the list. I will be doing a few more Clovis points. Some Angostura or agate basin. They call them Angostura here in Texas. I'll be trying to do some Cumberland points. I promised someone Cumberland points, so I'll try to do those too. And I'll do those all with abo tools. Mostly with raw stone, but if I have to heat treat some of that stuff, I'll heat treat it. Okay, I think that's it. I have a few more things I wanted to show on video in the past, and I just had them sitting around. One of them is this neck knife sheath. It's a pretty simple arrangement. You just take the knife out this way. It's just made out of a single piece of leather. It's got the neck strap, and I've got these straps that go around my waist and tie in the back, so that the neck knife doesn't flop around when I'm working and bending over. Okay, so the way this goes, just insert the knife handle in first, and then you pop the blade down into this little cutout. Okay, simple neck knife and stuff like that. I'll dig out a bunch of stuff, and I'll start working on that stuff. Okay. All right.